about to go down.
If I tell you I'm good, probably you will say I'm boasting. But if I tell you I'm no good, you know one line.
Yo, what's good, Boxing Talk family? It's your boy, Dr. Boxing Talk, back for another YouTube video. Banger, man. Yes, sir. Yes, man. I know what time it is. The doctor's in the house, man. So check this out. Whoo! Come on now. It's official. As a referee with a whistle, Gervonta Davis and Lamont Roach will be having their rematch, man. The highly anticipated rematch, because, you know, their first match was a controversial draw, you know, seeing Gervonta Davis taking the knee and not being deducted for or penalized for it like he should have been, and also interacted with his corner and not being penalized for that, or even warned. You know, some people want a disqualification. I think you're crazy, you dumbass. But, you know, that'd have been super harsh, but I think he could have been warned about it. But anyway, we saw the referee, you know, have quite a few blunders, you know, and Gervonta Davis should have been reprimanded for it, just like everybody else that takes a knee. However, we got to stop blaming the fighters, man. We got to normalize not blaming the fighters. Again, when a basketball player gets away with a foul, we don't get mad at the player. We get mad at the referee who missed the call, you know. So unfortunately, the referee missed the call, Steve Willis, and we move on from that, you know, because there's no telling how the fight would have ended if the knockdown was called. You know, maybe Gervonta Davis would have attacked with more fervor, overreached, and you know, got knocked out, you know, by Lamont Roach. Or maybe he would have attacked with more intensity and upped the ante and knocked out Lamont Roach. So it's inconclusive how it would have happened, you know, but it was a draw. And we do know today that it is conclusive that they will be fighting on August 16th in the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, man. So that's dope. I love to hear it, love to see it, because I think this rematch needs to be held because of the controversial ending in the first one. Let's go ahead and end this chapter, and shout out to Lamont Roach, and shout out to Gervonta Davis. May the best man win. You know, Lamont Roach is a WBA 130-pound champion going against Gervonta Davis, who's a WBA 135-pound champion. You know what I'm saying? It's a battle of the two Americans from the same region, you know, that DMV area, you know. So let's get it popping, man. I'm looking forward to this. It is finally happening. At first it was called out to be happening in June, then it got pushed back to July, and now we're in August. So at least we're seeing some it being almost, I'm gonna say, finalized. You know, we're seeing that it's being solidified right now, you know, even though I'm a little weary that it might change again. But I think because it was actually announced by the ring, it's so funny that I already said this morning. You know what I'm saying? Check me out, I'll be doing my thing. But now the ring has also confirmed it, so, you know, I think it's pretty solid, you know. And with PBC reserving the T-Mobile Arena, you know, it's pretty much is what it is, man. So we get to see this fight. But the crazy part is that after this fight, Gervonta Davis already let us know who he's fighting. Well, not him, through somebody else via another vessel, and Jake Paul. First, you know, I dropped this news when Eddie Hearn said it, and we dropped the news when Jake Paul said it, and we dropped the news when Gervonta Davis hinted that the fighter that he's fighting next will be in his locker room, which was Jake Paul or Esau Pitbull Cruz, and we know it's not Esau Pitbull Cruz. And then now Jake Paul has said this.
Gervonta Davis, you and him were very close to fighting. Did we see that in November?
Yeah, no, we're working on it behind the scenes to make that happen.
What way did we find him at?
We're working on it, but it'd be an exhibition most likely.
Yeah, so basically he's saying, hey man, we're gonna fight in November. And I know a lot of people are mad at this. I don't really like this fight either. Of course, I think it's garbage.
Know your fucking place, trash.
However, you know, it is an exhibition, and I'm okay with it being an exhibition. But I will say this though, Gervonta Davis, man, hey, that's one of my favorite fighters. He has to be careful, because, you know, when you're doing an exhibition in the middle of your career, it might make you lose a little bit of focus, you know, especially when people are coming with the intensity to knock your head off. That comes with being the king, right? When you heavy as the head that wears a crown, you have a big target on your back, you know, just like when everybody fights Canelo, they give him their best performance. So they're coming for Tank. And if you have 1 foot in, 1 foot out, you know what I'm saying, of retirement, or to keep going, or to fight Jake Paul in an exhibition, or to keep going, you know, then the other guys might have an advantage, because they are living and breathing and sleeping and thinking boxing all the time. So they're going to attack you with intensity. So I do think that's a little, you need to proceed with caution if you're Gervonta Davis. But as far as the exhibition, man, I could really care less about an exhibition. I don't think that's a bad idea. You know, get you some money, get you a little easy fight. Him and Jake Paul put on a show. But like I said, I think that might be best for him to maybe not retire, but take a break after that, because if you're contemplating not being fully committed, if you're not fully committed, or you're contemplating retirement, you're contemplating doing exhibitions, you know, it's one thing to do it at the end of your career, but doing it like Floyd Mayweather did at the end of his career. But if you're doing it in the middle of your career, then I mean, I think it might leave you open potentially for vulnerabilities to be exploited, like you not being fully focused. That's just my opinion on it, man. But yeah, I look forward to Gervonta Davis and Lamont Roach. I'm rooting for Gervonta Davis, but at the same time, I have all love for Lamont Roach, man. You know, may the best man win. That's all I'm gonna say. Y'all let me know what y'all think about that. August 16th in the T-Mobile Arena, Las Vegas, man. Don't forget to smack that like button, but most importantly, remember, with God, we can do anything. Without God, we're nothing. The doctor's out. Peace.
From the hood to college, both worlds they had to meet. 6 degrees between us, so cold we're about to freeze. But we're Florida boys, hot takes, we bring the heat. We're moving the culture, the engineers to the streets.